Everybody, thank you all for joining us. I'm joined today here by Hani from Kingston. And Hani, why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Hani Suwan. I'm the business development manager for Kingston Technology in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Bahrain.
And Hani, what do you think about GTEx over the past number of years? How do you think it has grown as an event that is Middle East wide, not just for UAE?
GITEX is growing year over year. As I can see, most of the vendors and distributors are participating on a yearly basis, and the resellers not only from UAE, from the whole GCC and Middle East, they are coming because they can meet all the vendors and distributors here, know about their new products, prices, what will be coming for the next year.
So speaking of new products, are there any products that you're launching at GITEX this year?
Yes, we're actually launching two very new products, mainly for the corporate use. The first one is the DT6000. This series actually is a secure USB flash drive. It has built-in hardware encryption. We have before similar products, but this one is the most secure product. It has very complex algorithms. It is FIPS certified level 3, which is requested in the US mainly for the federal agencies. This is titanium coated and waterproof. Okay. This drive has built-in hardware encryption to 56-bit. It's FIPS certified level 3, which is the highest level of security, and it's approved to be used in the US. The idea of this drive is if you put the data, it will be encrypted automatically, and if you lose the drive, somebody find it, he will have 10 trials only to enter the correct password. 10. 10? Oh. Yeah, to decrypt the data. If he put it 10 times incorrect, the drive will format itself automatically. So you are sure whatever data you have secure in the drive, that if you lose it, nobody can access it. Even hackers, they cannot access it because the drive is encrypted and has very tough algorithms. Before we had similar products, DT5000, DT4000, DTVB, all secure products, but the algorithms are different, but all they have hardware encryption to 56 bits. Okay.
In terms of passwords, if let's say a person forgets the password,
yeah,
then what are the sort of recovery?
Actually, there is no password recovery because we don't know who's gonna recover the password. You might lose the drive, and I try to recover the password. So we consider this case insecure. But for corporate use, we have what's called managed drives. You run the hardware to manage all the USB in your organization. If you forget your password, the administrator can remotely reset it. Okay. But for personal use, no, you can't do it.
Okay. Well, okay. You're talking about the ultimate form of security.
Exactly. The second product we launched for GTEx is the SSD KC100. This has a SandForce controller. It's we launched before the HyperX SSD. It's also on the same controller, but this is for the corporate use. It has built-in encryption. The encryption is on the SSD, same as the USB drive. So again, if you lose your laptop this time, nobody can access the data. This is much faster. The speeds here are 555 for read and around 510 for write, which is very, very fast. Plus the standard advantages of the SSD, which is shock resistant, no heat, less noise, less power, and the performance is much better than the standard hard drives.
So the data gets encrypted as it is written, like in real time, or
yes,
is it a separate?
It's real time, and the processor is inside the drive, not the operating system is encrypting the drive. So encrypting the data does not affect the performance of the PC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But this is available for consumers to buy, or are you guys just selling it directly to companies?
You can if a consumer needs encryption, he can buy it. Otherwise, he can buy the HyperX SSD because they has the same.
There are quite a lot of people who work on an individual basis, freelancers. So obviously, this for them would be very useful.
Yeah. They can do it. Yeah.
And price-wise, what are we talking about for both? Have you guys announced prices for these products?
Not yet. It's still today. It's launched actually, and it's very similar to the HyperX SSD prices. Same price point, just a little bit of difference. Yeah.
Because of the encryption.
Yeah.
And in terms of, Kingston, apart from data storage, obviously one of the biggest names that Kingston brings to mind is memory, computer memory.
Yeah.
Whether it's mostly performance desktop memory.
Yeah.
So we know that Intel and AMD will be launching in their new computers, CPUs hopefully within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
do you guys have any sort of specific RAM modules that you'll be launching?
Of course, most of the time Intel or any other actually it's based on the chipset. Whenever Intel launch any new chipset, we have HyperX memory, the gaming memory, which is compatible for this one. Mainly the high-end one because gamers and workstations, they need high performance memory. So we have compatible memory. It looks like this one, which comes with a heatsink. You can overclock it to reach higher speeds than the standard JEDEC speed announced in the memory module. We have different types. We have the HyperX Blue, which is the entry level. We have the Genesis, and we have the T1 modules, which can give you extra cooling because the heatsink is taller. Also, we have what's called the HyperX BNB, which is the gray one. The BNB actually is a plug and play. You just install the memory and you don't have to do any settings in the BIOS. It will overclock automatically.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And in terms of new motherboards, now most of the new motherboards come with USB 2 ports plus USB 3 ports. USB 3 actually is the new bus for USB. It's much faster. We have the DT U3 Ultimate. This is USB 3 flash drive. The read speed of this one is 100 megabyte per second, while the standard speed of a USB like this one is only 5. So you're talking about 20 times faster a standard hard drive. So imagine you are watching a movie or listening to a music, it will be like this. Even for write, it's 70 megabyte per second, while this is only 4 or 5. So if you write a 1 gigabyte of data, it will take, like 1/20 of the time, the standard time that you use it. So if somebody is paying for a high-end motherboard with USB 3 board, it's worth using such drives to make the outcome of what he paid for this PC or motherboard. Yeah.
So a lot of cool Kingston products, can't wait to try them out.
Yeah.
And these will be available in the market?
Yes. From this week.
Okay.
Yeah. And we will keep, at Kingston, we keep launching new models. We launch standard USB drives, but with cool shapes, more consumers, with nice looks, and so on. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.